Alright, first and foremost, we'd like to give all praises and double honors to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, honors to the apostles and elders of great Mosul that surely do well. Salutation to each and every one of the Akim that push this gospel out there in sincerity and in truth. Alright, this is Brother Lamar once again from Trinidad, coming to do another video through the Spirit and power Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Alright, this topic basically on, a little news that I hear just now. Concerning a guy who which part I used to live before, right? Well, over where my grandmother used to live. Sometime I was doing the works with the big brother Makaza and saw him walking up and down, and he basically had a small bag. He's basically on the streets because why? A lot of some of those fellas, sorry, up there by him, basically coming to him for his father's house. Alright, certain so-called community leaders or so forth, right, or a gang leader or whatever. Alright, and basically, at time I saw him back up the road when I went to check my mother. I saw like, hey, everything cool, alright? He said, like, yeah. But now here in this evening, that he had to burn down his father's house. He had to burn down his father's house because why? A covetousness of these people. They want to own that which they didn't build, that which is not theirs. You understand? So at the end of the day, this is total wickedness. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 1 and 2. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Right? Now, this precept mainly, we use for Esau, Edom, but it also applies to 2/3 of Israel or the Israelites who do not know Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Alright? Now, this guy, he is what we call a gang leader or a community leader over the road by us. They disguise themselves as contractors. Alright, but really and truly, they actually have a certain place. That contractor, like to do mason work, whatever the case is, like build drains and stuff over here. That is just a forward or just a front. But they actually are gang leaders. They have little youths underneath them working towards them, and they are known as the so-called boss. So we'll go on. This guy, he was in league with probably one of his family members. So the guy, he died of a disease, and he himself was a homo. He was a known homo, right? So that is why over here in Trinidad, we say basically there's no such thing as a so-called bad man anymore, because a bad man wouldn't allow certain pride behavior over here. But now these people come into positions of power. Alright? And so during his death, like, he feel like he had ownership towards the house, but the house was really left to the guy I was speaking about before, right, who does do plumbing also. He also does plumbing. Alright? So seeing that the brother died, he wanted to take ownership. Now, as I was telling the guy, who knows what the so-called boss and the guy used to be in, because it has certain many think, hey, the Israel shooters, as we'll call them over here in Trinidad, but for a weed smoke or for money, they give up the bowels. Alright, they give up the bowels. And matter of fact, let me go for that precept real quick. Just now that it's in the Apocrypha. So just now, let me switch script here. Ecclesiasticus 10 and 9. It says, why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. And I basically, what basing this video on covetousness. desiring things that is not yours. All right. Why is Earth and Ashes proud? Because, you know, he's a boss. You know, he's a so-called gang leader, community leader, contractor, right? These people like this, they basically, they're proud. You always like to use that term, but is he boss, by? Is he boss, by? You understand? Always having these youth men basically bowing to them. Now, I know the guy personally because at a time when I was younger, all right, I was lying with what I might say was bad company at the time. You know, now finished school over the case is 18, now basically, you know, lying with certain people, and I went down basically in the area that I know they say he really controlling now. And he asks, like, who is you? Where you from? You know, I say, I just here with a certain individual that he know good. And he said, oh, right? Because I was also with one of my female cousins down there. All right? And then when he turned to walk off, I saw he had his strap in his hand. And I was like, where is boy? Huh? You understand? So I know the guy in a sense. All right? So, yeah, he is a proud guy. And it wasn't too long ago, really and truly, that we basically cross-threaded again. All right? But anyway, that is a long story. Ecclesiasticus 10 and 9, why is Earth and Ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, because somebody who is covetous and desirous, all right, is basically a dangerous person, a proud and covetous person. That's why scripture said, don't covet that would belong to thy neighbor. Right? Because if you're a covetous person, then it have nothing that you won't do for what you want. Just like with Ahab and Jezebel. When he coveted the man's field, what went on? He put up that man to die. Right? When they read the account in I believe is either 2 Kings or Chronicles around there with the story of Ahab. You know, and Elijah the prophet. You know, and Jezebel being that wicked witch that she is, you know, encouraged Ahab to go and commit this wickedness because what he was the king. All right. It says, for such an one setteth his own soul to sail, because while he liveth he casteth away his bowels. All right, so these men, they will bend over backwards to get what they want, really and truly. Hey, I have heard of stories where certain men, it have certain areas here in Trinidad, people who you think is top gangsters is actually on the left-hand side. And when I mean the left-hand side, there's undercover brothers or Negroes. Ninjas, as the apostles does say. You understand? So, who knows if while the brother individual was alive, you know, because what the guy was telling me earlier is that, yo, well, the guy used to be by him. Hey, if I was a so-called fella like them, at no point in time you'll see me with individuals like these. Underneath that pride flag, or the so-called rainbow color, which they're demonizing the rainbow of the Lord. You understand? So who knows what's going on? Because guess what? I've heard of stories of other individuals who even working with this present individual that caused the man to burn down his own house. Right? People underneath him. So who knows what he himself did? Because guess what? From knowing the guy who was known to be underneath the pride flag, he was actually working for the government. So he would have certain government contracts. He would have been working for some that is, he had a contract also that we known as CPEP over here in Trinidad and Tobago, where a lot of poor people eat a little food from there. So a lot of people, I was surprised to see the kind of individuals actually flock around this individual. You understand? So to get a contract and to get a power play, they draw themselves to this guy, you know, and he used to have, I know he used to be basically controlling like so-called, you know, that plant that everybody loves to get high on, you know. So Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, for such an one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. Yeah, that man will give up his whole rectum for such a thing. Right? I'm trying to make the words as thing as possible, right? So let me go into Micah 2. Right? So it says again in Micah 2, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Yeah, because he feel he have rank. He might have his little strap and his little team behind him. You know, he put forward. Because when I saw the individual brother, he said, boy, he can't live in peace. Because or when they're sleeping, they come into him with strap. You know? Verse 2, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage, because actually his father left that for him. This was the guy's father's house. I don't even think it belongs to the brother, because I think he, if I'm not mistaken, he is the oldest. And it was left him because he actually helped his father to build a house. Knowing that he knows a little construction. Plumbing is his main art. You understand? Verse 3, therefore thus saith Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil. Which are what? You wicked Israelites also. You Negroes, Latinos, and natives have become as Esau, Edom. You bear hate and grudge in your heart against your brother, and you covet that which is not yours. That's why scripture said in Timothy, right? First or second Timothy, I will see if I could go to it. All right, in the last days, you're going to have men that lovers of themselves, covetous, boasters. You know, it says, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall you go haughtily, for this time is evil. And right now we're living in this evil time, because at this very present time and hour, we're seeing where the nations are rising up. Right now, I can't wait to see the just judgment upon these wicked ninjas. Because all these men on the earth right about now, they're proud. The women proud. Everybody turning from the Most High to their own ways. A lot of people want to give up the Bible now for their own agenda, for their own thoughts. Alright, so the Most High going to bring that judgment when World War III starts with mainly Russia and America. Right? Russia, which is God in the scriptures, is doing the thing that the Most High said to do. Being a God over Persia, right? We see Turkey, which I think is either Togama or Goma according to the scriptures. They themselves being upset with who? Those who say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Shaitan, of the adversary. They oppose and exalted everything that is called the Most High. But the world is being blinded, thinking that these are the true inhabitants of the land. But you people, what the scripture say, what Yahushua said, he said, you are the servants of your father, the devil. Because he was a murderer in the beginning. You had to make a man destroy his father's and even his own hard work. Alright? Just now, bear with me 1 second. Right? It says, alright, can't hear you, still I care about that. Alright? So yeah, just waiting on the brother to do the works. Alright, so where was I? Right, so verse 2 it says, therefore thus said Yahweh, behold, against his family do I devise an evil, from which he shall not remove your necks, neither shall he go haughtily, for this time is evil. Right? So that time of evil has come upon you Negroes, Latinos, and natives. Alright? Because the Most High call, but none of you answering the Most High. Right? So that evil going to come upon you people just now. Right? It's Jeremiah 9. and see what verse 14 says. Right? I will start at verse 16. Right, no, let me start at verse 15. It says, Jeremiah 9 and verse 15. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the power of Israel, which are the God of you Negroes, Latinos, and natives. Hear what the Lord going and said to you. Behold, I will feed them, even this people, with wormwood, and give them water of gall to drink. Right? So right about now, you're in your mirth, you're in that sweet spirit, your blood concentrated with the sweetness of your wickedness. The Most High going to make your blood bitter. The Most High going to make you Negroes, Latinos, and natives, your blood bitter because of the wickedness and the shit that you Negroes own. Alright? I will scatter them also among the heathen whom neither they nor their fathers have known, and I will send a sword after them till I have consumed them. Right? Which is the time of martial law. The way how you band together right about now in wickedness to oppress a man. Right? You all will be scattered when it is that the time martial law and the military. A lot of you Negroes will be shut down in the streets. A lot of you Negroes will turn your back against one another. Alright? For the lack of food, for the lack of bread. Alright? You hear it? Right. That is what you're going to be hearing right through in the day. Those police sirens and gunshots. Alright? Oh, hurry up and move all the way now. Alright? So like careful the noise here. Babylon passing. Alright? So it says, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, consider ye and call for the mourning woman that they may come, and send for cunning women that they may come, and let them make haste and take up a wailing for us, that our eyes may run down with tears and our eyelids gush out with waters. For a voice of wailing is heard out of Zion. How are we spoiled? Yes, so no longer you're going to be having zest parties and after curfew parties, right? Boat rides and all these kind of things. You're not going to have that no more. All of you people who planning birthday parties and boat rides and all those things going to cease just now. Enjoy it while it lasts. The Most High say what? He's going to put a stop to the mirth, to the gladness. Right? All of you who marrying and giving into marriage, right? You're going to die by death, by sword, and by famine. The dogs. Alright? That is why we see right now that Iran is rising up, which is ancient Persia, against Amalek, who calling themselves Israel. Alright? The warlike people. Because they aren't the people. We see Turkey rising up. All these other Arab countries might rise up because really and truly the Arabs, they are one mixed here. Goes back to the Hebrew Arab, Ishmael, Midian, right? Even Elam, even Hamatek, that is the meaning of Arab. Or Arab, the mixture of people. You know? We are greatly confounded because we have forsaken the land. Right? You are greatly confounded or confused, not only because they forsake the land, but because they forsake Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You forsaken the God of the land. Because our dwellings have cast us out. Yeah, hear the word of Yahweh, O ye woman, and let your ear receive the word of his mouth, and teach your daughters wailing, and everyone her neighbor lamentation. Yeah, so all the twerk, all they like to twerk and Bacardi and make me sweat, make me water, make me lose my breath. You see all of that? All of that going on done just now. All of that going on done just now, right? Speak thus said for verse 21, for death is come up into our windows and is entered into our palaces to cut off the children from without and the young men from the streets. So a lot of you men, your children going to die, right? A lot of you men, you're going to be drafted into the war. All you 6, 7, 8, 9 ABG, ABC men, right? You gullies, you Gazas, you Crips and you Bloods, all you men, you're going to die by the famine, you're going to die by the sword, because at the end of the day, you ain't put the Most High first. You put your gun first. You put wickedness first. So when you see the judgment of the Most High reach, don't be angry. Alright? All of you damn covetous men, you pests who like to pest people. Alright? This is Ezekiel 22 verse 1. It says, moreover the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, now, thou son of man, wilt thou judge a bloody city? Yea, thou shalt shew her all her abominations. And that is why you see men from all four corners of the earth rising up, mainly the men of Great Millstone, and those who follow after the doctrine of the apostles. Alright? Coming out and talking to you people about your damn fucking stupid wicked ways. Right? It says so in the book of 2nd Ezra. All you murderers, all you thieves, all you so-called wangsters who calling yourselves gangsters, but underneath the covers, you're doing homo shit. Right? As the Lord told Ezekiel, look through the people, they think the darkness cover them, right? Behind the brother cover that last works that we did. Hey, you people irksome to the spirit. You people calling the blood upon your own hand, and we can't wait for the Yahweh Shem Yahushai to basically bring that judgment upon you people. Wa ainasham wa haragyam shania shelash yasharala. 2/3 of you Israelites, right? Kalmashapatiam al atham, all judgment upon you. Wa gayawam wa adawam, right? And the nations and Edom, right? It says, then say thou, thus said the Lord power, the city shedded blood in the midst of it, that her time may come and make it idols against herself to defile herself. Right? Because a lot of you men also, you're in Oresha. You're in some kind of evil Baptist or Shango, or whatever the case is, worshipping all these idols of the nations. What do you think the Most High going on do? Just like here in Trinidad, their national anthem is every creed and race find an equal place, which means every religion and the God, but the God of the Bible don't deal with other gods. So even a national anthem needs to be boots out, because it's total wickedness. The Most High don't deal with the gods of Islam. They don't deal with the gods of Hinduism, and don't deal with the God of Christianity. He's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Alright? The God of you Negroes, Latinos, and natives, the God of Israel, the 12 tribes. Not the Israeli Amalekites or Ashkenazis. Alright? It says, thou art become guilty in thy blood that thou hast shed, and hast defiled thyself in thine idols which thou hast made. Because why? Your idols cannot rebuke you. Your idols cannot reprove you. The only living God, Yahweh, He's the one who can rebuke. Alright? Not these idols are the nations who you people worship. But about coexist. My God don't coexist with any other God. He's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. He don't deal with Oresha. He don't deal with Islam. He don't deal with all these pagan gods. He don't deal with Selassie. Alright? It says, and thou hast caused the days to draw near. Woo! Those has caused thy days to draw near. What is that? The day of judgment, the day of calamity. The scriptures say your foot going to slide in due time, and the things that make haste surely come. Your calamity going to make haste, and in making haste, a lot of you all ain't watching what's going on in this. Who knows this year? I pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushai that it actually break out a wider regional war. Hey, don't blame me. The scripture say, when you see these things, lift up your head and rejoice, for your redemption draweth nigh. Hey, because guess what? We as men of the Lord, sincere men, hey, we fed up of this flesh, the corruption. We fed up of sinning. We fed up of the irksome, the kind of things I had to hear on work yesterday. Where a guy actually said, you know, he's wicked, he's evil. Right? He and the supervisor get away, and he going to light a candle, which is basically work voodoo or obia, because his father himself was an Orisha. And these people, they heavy in witchcraft. Alright? They heavy in witchcraft. It says, thou art become guilty in thy blood that thou hast shed, and hast defiled thyself in thine idols which thou hast made, and thou hast caused thy days to draw near. So the time making haste, and art come even unto thy years, because we unto the last years. Therefore have I made a reproach unto the heathen, and a mocking to all countries. This is why all these nations, the Japanese, the Chinese, the true Arabs, alright, the so-called white man, the East Indians that I mentioned them, Elam, they don't like us. They only use us for the sense of gaining wealth. Alright? Those that be near and those that be far from thee shall mock thee, which art infamous and much vexed. Alright, verse 6. Behold, the princes of Israel, everyone were in thee to their power to shed blood. And that is the thing. A lot of you men who because guess what? As I basically break it down, a prince is basically a ruler over a province. Alright? Now a community leader come like a prince because he actually ruling over a certain section in different communities. So he have power, he have say. You understand? And all of these so-called men actually go back to a different kind of boss who actually deal certain things. Alright? And illegal things. Some people might know how it works. Right? Because when it had Rasta City and Muslim over here, which it still does, alright, but they basically not known by that too much again, right? Now it's numbers. It had one person who used to provide them with certain things, and I was the main boss. And he ain't one of our people, alright? But everyone were indeed to the power to shed blood. Because why? You have guns, you have drugs, you have men behind you. Hey boy, I want you to take out this man. You understand? So we can't wait for that day of the righteous judgment on these wicked mofos. Alright? All these sincere men who hate to see wickedness. But anyway, with that, I'll cover it with that. Alright? But want to give all praises, double honor and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Honors again to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that surely do well. Salutation, teacher, and everyone at the Akim, the brethren that push this gospel out in sincerity and truth. Right, brethren, I'm once again saying shalom to the elect. I'm our Lababal.